Hello, girly.
Hello, Grandma.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. I'm having a good spring
Good.
break. It's going great. How are you? How's the new house?
It's good. Good. We're just busy doing some fixing up on it. So it didn't need fixing up. I shouldn't say that.
Oh
We're
no.
remodel. We're remodeling the basement because it wasn't a finished one. So Grandpa's
Okay.
building a bedroom down there and
Oh.
sheetrocking it, and yeah, just making it nicer than it was.
Oh,
It's a nice little house. We didn't have to do anything if we wouldn't have wanted to, but
true. That's good.
that's what we do. So yeah.
You said you were working, and I was like, oh no, they got you doing stuff again. But
What's that?
well, I thought that they were putting you to work over there again. I was like, no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I only work a couple days a week, but my boss went to a convention in Minnesota or somewhere. So he goes, "Well, did you work a couple extra days?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
So no big deal.
Nice.
So you got questions, huh? What if I don't have answers?
It's okay. They're easy questions, I promise.
No, well, that's the one you sent me. I didn't even think about some of that stuff. I was like, gosh, I don't know what I think of that. Okay, I'll do the best I can. How's that?
Yeah, that's
So you have a
okay.
paper due? Probably tomorrow, huh?
No, no, no. Oh gosh. Oh, I
You're
hope
on spring
not.
break, right?
Yeah, the thing is, I don't even know like what the paper's about yet. This interview is just the first part of it, and then I have to write an essay about it, but I don't know what the essay is.
Well, what is an essay? Don't you have to make it up, or do they give you a guideline or what? I mean, I don't know nothing
Yeah.
about that either.
I guess I
Huh.
don't know. Maybe I do just make it up, but I don't have to
Well,
know
I'm
yet.
sure they'll let you know, I guess.
Yeah.
Put it
Yeah.
into essay form or something, and then I don't know.
Mhm.
So you basically ask the questions and take notes, and then wait
Yeah.
and see what happens, huh?
Mhm. Yeah. Is it okay if I record it to keep notes?
I don't care.
All right.
I promise not to cuss or anything like that. I might be like, I don't know.
It's okay to do any of that. You can cuss or and not know things. That is allowed.
I don't. Yeah, no, go ahead. I know I
Alrighty.
can't take notes either unless you know shorthand, right?
Oh yeah. I take so long to take notes that we would get nowhere. So
Right.
it's easier if I record it to show to my teacher. Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, whenever you want to start.
All right. Okay. So can you tell me about where you grew up?
So we're talking young age, right?
Mhm.
Or
Yeah, like where were you born? The house you grew up in?
I was born in Pierce, South Dakota,
Mhm.
and till about second grade, I think I figured out the other day, till about second grade, I grew up in Fort Pierce, South Dakota.
Hmm.
And then we moved to Mission Ridge, which is way out in the country, out in the
Oh my.
boondocks.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we lived on the Missouri River basically as kids grew up there. Just living the wildlife. We
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
grew up there. I went to country school I went to country school till I was in junior high. And then that's when we moved back to Pierre.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went to, um, yeah, just
Yeah.
grew up with fishing and all those good things.
Yeah. Was it a weird adjustment to come back from country school?
It, oh, it, it kind of was for me. Um, it wasn't for my brothers because they got into wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
That was before I got into like sports. So yeah, it was. Because people would call us like country hicks and just always, always pushing our buttons. And of course, me being who I am, I didn't like that stuff. So I probably gotten some scuffles and
Oh, yeah?
yeah, I probably did. I let people know what I think and
Yeah.
so
That's good.
yeah, but no, Ray and Roy got into wrestling, so they did good. They made a lot of
Yeah.
friends a lot faster than I did,
Yeah,
and
it definitely
whatever. And I
helps.
just so yeah, but no, it wasn't that tough. Yeah,
Yeah. And you say that it's you and these kids growing up living the wildlife, but you've got like 9 siblings, right?
yep, 9
Oh
siblings.
my
At
gosh.
that time when we lived out there, of course, the oldest ones were already gone.
Mhm.
Um, let's see, one, two, Mary Ellen, Rosie, one, two, three, four. Four of them were already gone because
Yeah.
married or moved on because they were older children. Cindy was still at home, but she wasn't a country kid. She wasn't an outdoor kid.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, when I'm talking grew up, it was me and my four younger brothers. Yeah, we just did a lot of outdoor stuff. Dad raised pigs, so of course when he wasn't around, we tried to ride them and
Oh my gosh. Oh
went
no.
swimming in stock dams and we that's all the life we knew
Yeah.
for a lot of years.
Trying to ride pigs. Was that successful? Can you ride a pig very well?
Yeah, well, we had a couple sows, what they call the mama ones, sows that grew to
Yeah.
be about 800 pounds, and the boys could no lie, the boys could put saddles on them, and then they'd always put Mike and Pat, the youngest boys, on them and ride
Yeah.
them around, and yeah, we'd go jump on them in the barn and try to ride them, and
Oh my
yeah, we
gosh. That's
had a lot
funny.
of Shetland ponies. I don't know why Dad
Mhm.
had Shetland ponies, but then we would try to jump on them without saddles and bridles and just yeah, we were kind of little roughnecks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Mhm.
so
Did you have a sibling that you were, like, closest to or a favorite?
oh, maybe not a favorite.
Yeah.
I suppose me and Cindy were really close, even though she didn't have the same interests as me. But then
Mhm.
she got into high school, and I never saw a lot of her.
Oh, yeah.
No, I just say we were all really close. I mean, I was
Nice.
just like a tomboy, so
Mhm.
yeah, what the boys did, I did. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I love it. Nice. Do you have any other, like, childhood memory, good or bad, that sticks out that you wanna share?
Well, I guess another thing come with living out there, and some of my memories. I mean, there's so many of them, but
Mhm.
I just always remember like Dad. My dad had this old Jeep and an old pickup. I mean, there was no money, I'm sure,
Yeah.
and so you drove them. A couple of them didn't have brakes, no brakes in these vehicles, and we lived on
Oh,
the Missouri
jeez.
River, and when we'd go fishing, we had to go down this tremendous, to me, maybe it was because I was a kid, it was a big hill. I mean, a big, long hill.
Oh,
We had to
no.
go down. We had to go down this big hill to get to the river. And I loved fish. I mean, I wasn't staying home.
Mhm.
And, but I do remember Dad would throw us all in the back of the pickup, and that's where we rode. And I just remember a couple times laying down on the pickup bed just crying because I just knew we were going to go in the river. I mean,
Oh, jeez.
we didn't have
Yeah.
brakes, but he would make circles until the pickup would stop.
Wow, I have, like, recurring nightmares about that. That's
Yeah, but
crazy.
to me that would be
Yeah.
scary. It was scary, but I loved it. I still loved it, and because we got to go fishing every day, and
Yeah.
we got to go deer hunting, and just outdoor stuff that I love to do. So
Mhm.
yeah, so I mean, them are good memories.
Yeah.
At the time, I maybe didn't think so. It's like, oh gosh, yeah. So
That's cute. Mhm. Were
yeah,
you
there's too
yeah,
many of them. I mean, there's a lot of memories I could.
that's alright. That's a pretty good one.
What's
Oh,
that?
I said that's a pretty good one. I like that one.
Yeah, lots of them like that. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, just some of the stuff we did. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we never got to go to town as kids. I mean, after we moved out there, I mean,
Yeah.
we lived 60, 70 miles from town. So when mom and
Huh.
dad would go for a grocery run with one pickup, well,
Yeah.
we did once in a while put seven. Let's see, there would have been five, four boys because Jerry was already gone. Four boys, me and Cindy. Four, five, six kids and two adults in the front end of a pickup. So we'd have to
Oh,
double
wow.
layer to
Yeah.
ride 60, 70 miles to town because that's the only vehicle we.
Mhm.
So when we did get to go, which was occasionally, but not very often.
Yeah, that's a
So,
lot of
yeah,
kids. You were
a lot of
all
kids.
awful close for sure just to ride like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Were you very close with your parents?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mom and dad was everything to us. Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was kind of mom's right hand girl, I suppose,
Oh,
because like I
yeah.
said, the other ones were gone, and then boys. But I made them do stuff. My gosh,
Nice,
I made them
good.
help out.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm. So would you say there was someone you looked up to as a kid? Can be anyone.
I was thinking about that, and I
Yeah.
would say it was probably my older brother Jerry. Even though he wasn't around a lot
Mhm.
because he was already older and he went to the National Guards and then they got married, but him and my dad spoiled me terribly. And I do remember that, even at 3 and 4 years old. I do remember that. We had milk cows, and they spoiled me terribly. Mom would say that I didn't need a bottle anymore, and they'd say, "Oh, yes, she does." And so they'd take me down and they'd put fresh cow's milk in the bottle and give it to me.
Wow.
I guess they were just they were my heroes.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, when we moved to town, I spent a lot of summers with Jerry and his wife. Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
So, yeah, kind of grew
Nice.
up with them.
That's
So,
lovely. Yeah. Good. Good to have a hero that
yeah.
brings you
Yeah.
milk.
Yeah. Older
Nice.
brother, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
But
good. All right. Are you ready for this one weird question?
yeah, there was some that was pretty tough for me. What is the
Yeah.
weird one?
This one is like, so when you were little, what did you imagine your life being like when you were older?
I was thinking about that. And
Yeah.
to be honest, I don't know how to answer it, but I think as a kid, if you're talking young, like say 10, 11, 12, or even younger, we didn't think of stuff like that.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
guess I just accepted life like it was.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if someday that's the way my life would always be. But then I
Mhm.
guess I always figured, well, I'll make it what I want it to be because
Yeah.
I'm stubborn. So I will, you know, I'll face that music when I come to it.
There you go. No, that's a
Yeah,
great answer.
that's a tough one. It really is because I don't know if kids think about that stuff because you
No.
don't because you weren't really asking what did you want to be, right? You just
Mhm.
what do you
Yeah.
expect life to be.
True.
To me,
Yeah.
that's two different things. But
Mhm. Yeah, no, that's a great answer. I like that.
yeah, yeah.
Now
It's just like
yeah.
you just accepted it.
Yeah, I didn't
Accepted
think
what
about
we
it that
had.
way.
So
Now for the sake of it, what did you wanna be when you grew up, if that's a different question?
is that what you said? What I wanted to be?
Well, now I'm just curious if you had
Oh, I
something.
guess when I was younger, I always thought I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
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 Me
I
too,
mean,
I'm
because
sure at one point,
I
yeah.
loved animals, and
Mhm.
it's like then of course reality sunk in as I got older, and then I had kids young, and
Mhm.
it's like, oh, that's a lot of years of school, and I don't care for school.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Alrighty, then tell me just, like, about through it all then, about your longest friendship.
Oh, I'd say that'd have to be Miss Shelley Pruce. And I think we met, I was thinking about that too. I was like, I think we met in junior high after I moved in from the country. I had friends in country school, but none of them that I stayed in touch with.
Oh, yeah.
We left. So I'd say Shelley. I think it was junior high we met. And to this day, I see her and I talk to her once in a while. I don't get to see her much,
Mhm.
life goes on, but
Yeah.
yeah, there was nothing we couldn't do together. We did everything together. She accepted me, I accepted her. Just a great person she was.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
yeah.
Those the lessons that you took from her?
What's that?
Said are those the lessons that you took from her? Just
From her?
yeah, or just being friends with her?
Just just be myself.
Mhm. Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
the best type of friend you can have.
Yeah,
Don't have to
she
try too
accepted me
hard.
and I accepted her. And like I said,
Absolutely.
we still talk sometimes and see each other, but not like we used to, of course,
Mhm.
because she's got family and I got family, and
Yeah.
but yep, we still stay in touch. So
That's good. That's awesome. Cool.
yeah.
Alright. So, you've been a nurse for a long, long time, right? Can you tell me how you ended up, doing that? That's almost like a vet for people.
Yeah. So, so how it all started was I had divorced Jess and Josh's dad.
Mhm.
Jess was, let's see, Jess was 5 and Josh was 3. They were a couple 3 years. They were young.
Yeah.
And I was a single mom working at a gas station for $4.35 an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I knew that wasn't going to cut it.
Oh.
So it's like, well, what can I do to make more money and, just for, put a roof over our head and stuff.
Yeah.
So, well, my mom was a nurse and my sister-in-law was a nurse. I'm like, we had a 1-year nursing program in Pierce, South Dakota.
Ah.
Like, oh gosh, I really don't want to be a nurse, but I can. So I enrolled in nursing school, and a year later, I became an LPN and went to work. And then my first job was in a nursing home. And geez, I think I made my first job. I was making $8.35 an hour, and I thought I was rich.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it was a big increase back then. And
Yeah.
and then of course, like I said, once I got into the nursing home, I loved the old people. I was scared of them when I was in nursing school. I was scared of the
Oh.
old people. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I can work with those old people every day.
Yeah.
But I stuck it out for 37 years. So
Yeah.
off and on. I took a couple breaks in there because it's tough work. But
Absolutely.
and then when COVID hit, you know that I quit. I quit. So I've been out of nursing for 5 years now, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Oh.
Been working in hardware stores, and I love it. So
Yeah, good. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause, you worked with, didn't you and grandpa do like you had your construction business, right?
Yep. And me and Grandpa had a construction because he's been in construction for 40 years, probably
Yeah.
40 or plus. So we owned our own business for about 8 of it, but we had a hard time getting help. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so it was time to quit that. So yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nursing and
It was.
construction are both definitely hard jobs in different ways, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've done a lot of things. God, I worked at a butcher plant for a
Ooh,
while.
wow.
Probably a lot of things you don't know about.
No, I didn't know that.
I liked that, believe it or not. I worked at a butcher plant. Geez, I've done a lot of different things, I guess.
Yeah.
Whenever I took a break from nursing for a while, I'd try different things, and I don't think there's a job I didn't like as long as it kept me busy. I like to keep busy.
Yeah.
So,
I think mom's that same way.
yeah.
So, oh man, I'm tempted to ask some nursing home stories. I don't know if you're allowed to. I don't know if the HIPAA is.
Oh no, it would be HIPAA only if I gave out names.
Right.
There've been so many names, I couldn't even tell you the names anymore anyway. But there was. I don't know. What do you tell about nursing home? I mean, just taking care of old people is very rewarding.
Yeah.
Even if they don't, even if they didn't have their minds, say maybe they had Alzheimer's or some other kind of dementia or something. Just the stories they could tell you. We when I say we, I mean me and you, and even younger. All of us people think we had it so rough. Well, to hear these people tell their lives, because they just all wanted to talk. They just wanted somebody to talk to sometimes, Um, geez, they worked hard. I mean, we can't even fathom how hard some of them older people worked. Yeah.
Right.
So it just gave them somebody to talk to. And yeah, of course we were so busy. A lot of times we didn't have time to talk to them very long, but yep, they are one of a kind people. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. I like that outlook because My stepsister was a CNA for a while, and she does not have the same perspective. So
Oh, really? Well, you don't think of that.
yeah,
I'm sure she told you all the gory stuff about what old people, but
yeah.
there's everybody,
Mhm.
whether it's you, me, your teacher, whoever, we all start life the same and we
Yeah.
all end life the same, so
Right.
you gotta look past they can't help it. They need somebody to take care of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no different than a baby. You babies need somebody to take care of them. Old people need somebody, not all old people don't. I shouldn't say that, but the ones that do,
Yeah.
they don't want to be there. They don't want to be in that condition,
Yeah,
but
you're
what
right.
choice do they have?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. And
no,
you were working
what?
that job sorry. You were working that job along with taking care of my mom and Josh, right? Which I'm sure was also very interesting. I'm curious to
Yeah.
ask now, what was my mom like growing up?
Your mom is a child?
Yeah.
Oh, she was a good girl.
Oh, really? Really?
She really was. She was probably one
Oh,
of the
grandma.
well, I only had two, but I have to choose. But I've been around other kids too. She was, I want to say, she was a very easy child to take care of.
Yeah.
She wasn't demanding. She was, um, she was really soft-hearted, if that makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah.
I didn't have to discipline her much because all I had to do was give her a dirty look and
Ooh.
scowl at her and she was bawling. I mean, she was an easy child.
Yeah.
She was a good girl.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what else to say about her.
Oh, she just poked her head in the door.
Oh, you're at her house?
Yeah.
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 No, just easy kid to take care of. That's for sure.
Good.
She
That's
never gave
great.
me much heartache, I should say.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
when I told her to do something, she usually listens. So
Oh,
I think
man.
she was scared of me.
Oh, it's like, "You're not giving me
No.
any dirt at all."
Huh?
Said, "You're not giving me any dirt on her at all."
I'm trying to think. I don't think there was, unless it was all behind my back. But,
Mm,
they say moms have eyes in the back of their
that's
head.
true,
So
yeah. No,
I'm sure
that's
when
good.
I'm sure when she got older and got away from me, yeah, then she probably lived it up.
Wow.
No, but as a little kid, she was easy.
No,
She was good.
that's good. I'm good.
Yep, she took always having little tea parties with her brother, and I have some cute
Oh,
pictures of that. Yeah,
that sounds adorable. I can't
yeah.
imagine Josh at a tea party. That's
Tea
adorable.
parties and yep, yep. So
Cute. That's good.
mm,
I'm glad that she was good during that
yep,
whole time in your lives.
yep.
That's great.
Well, when she was a baby, she never
Mhm.
slept. If that makes any sense.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you asked me as a child when she was a baby.
Yeah.
I was still married to Mike. She never slept.
Mhm.
She wasn't bad. She
Yeah.
just never slept. Like 20 minutes at a time,
Oh,
half hour at a time. But I
weird.
think you were like
I was
that
gonna say,
too.
I think I
So
was the
I
same
remember
way.
remember right.
Bad baby, good
Yeah.
child.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a pipeline. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Alright. Are you ready for another question?
for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Or gets rambling otherwise.
Oh, that's okay. That's perfect. Hi. Okay. Alright. Sorry, mom's poking her head and she's whispering to me. Alright. So, can you tell me about any lessons that you learned from, like, your relationships?
My relationships.
Yeah. If
Which
you wanna
ones?
answer.
No. I guess what I can say is just there's always two sides to every story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, it's like it's got to be give and take, not always take or give.
Mhm.
It does. You gotta you gotta be able to laugh because the ones you can't, I'm not saying laugh at the person, but instead of always being angry,
Yeah.
which I went through a life period in my life where I was angry a lot, and
Mhm.
you can't always be angry because then the relationship will never work because
Yeah.
it just won't. You just have to be able to laugh it off and
Right.
say you're sorry, even though, yeah, I don't know.
No, that makes
Yes,
sense. That simple. That's lovely. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
I guess that's all I have to say about it.
No, that's good.
I've learned a lot from them, but how do you
Mhm.
put it into words? I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense. That's fair.
just choose a relationship that makes you happy, I guess.
Yeah.
That you can be a friend, like a friend, and
Yeah.
somebody you can get along with. Because it ain't all romance the whole time, that's for sure.
Yeah. That is very true. That's
Yeah,
good. I think that's
somebody you
something
enjoy
yeah.
doing stuff with, because
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, I think a lot of young people getting into relationships don't really have that eye, like, you know
no,
what I
they
mean?
well, we when you're young, I
Yeah.
don't care who you are, nobody knows nothing but you.
Yeah.
I mean, we all are like that. Nobody can tell you anything
Mhm.
because you think they're being bossy and nosy and whatever.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing it out of love because they've lived through.
Mhm.
We all have to learn our own lessons. I mean,
Yes.
we do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
That makes sense. Alright. This is also a weird question. Do you have something that people, like, tend to misunderstand about you or just, like, something that you wish people knew about you?
Okay, when you word it like that, maybe it makes a lot more
Alright.
sense because I've
Yeah.
been trying to understand that question.
Mhm.
I think I think people misunderstand me sometimes. I am not good at showing feel or expressing my feelings.
Yeah.
My mom and dad never talked. They never had conversations.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think as kids grew up not talking our feelings out. So I think people think I'm standoffish sometimes
Yeah.
or a
Gotcha.
snob, but really, if I don't know, I don't know what to say. So
Yeah.
I just would rather not say nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes
So
sense, yeah.
I've had people, or, when Warren and I first met, they'd be like, well, you know, is she snobby or what? She isn't talking
Mm.
to us. Well,
Yeah,
if I
gotcha,
don't,
yeah.
I'm not good at expressing my feelings or
Yeah.
knowing what to say to people I don't know. So I think they just think that. But
Mhm.
really, not to say because I don't know you. So I don't know if that makes sense or
Yeah,
not.
no, that makes total sense.
That's
Yeah.
kind of a hard question because it's
Yeah.
like, um, I know I'm a very stubborn person and
Mhm.
a lot of my feelings show on my face instead of
Right.
saying what I feel.
Yeah.
People tell me, "Oh, well, geez, you must be mad, or you must be." Well, maybe not. It's
Mhm.
better to. I grew up, well, you keep it inside, which is not a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my mom and dad were not. Uh, they had their problems.
Yeah.
Well, with 10 kids, you would have problems too.
Yeah.
But so they never talked much about their feelings. So as kids grew up not showing feelings very much,
Yeah. Yeah.
you just dealt with it. You dealt with life your
Mhm.
way. And so
Yeah, and that's something
yeah,
that's hard to learn differently or to change about yourself, so yeah, that
it,
makes sense,
it
yeah.
is. It is very hard. It's like, well, they don't need to know that about me. I am who I am and I do what makes me happy. And
Mhm.
to heck if whether people like it or not,
Yeah.
maybe that's the wrong attitude.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Alrighty. Sorta along that line in a way is what's the scariest thing you've ever done?
Well, that is really strange question
Yeah.
for me because, all people have fears, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody does, but there is something that, so mine, I think, relates back to when I was telling you about my dad and the no
Yeah.
brakes in our pickup and our Jeep and stuff and going
Mhm.
down the big hills to the river. And so I think that must have stuck with me all those years and I didn't
Mhm.
even know it. But I
Huh.
am scared of cliffs and
Oh, yeah.
and steep hills and stuff.
Mhm.
So when Grandpa and I moved out to the ranch in Thermopolis, I didn't even
Right.
know it was really a fear until one day. Um, well, I used to ride horse and help them with the cows and stuff. And then it was like, God, I'm getting old for this. My knees hurt and stuff. So they told me, well, you can drive the side by side and bring us lunch up in the mountains and whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Well, I found out that to do that, I had to drive up. Oh, they call it a switchback mountain.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what a switchback mountain is, but
No,
it's
not
a
familiar.
very, very steep, cliffy
Oh,
hill.
gotcha. Some
So,
Montana stuff.
yeah, so I have to learn to drive this, right?
Okay.
And I thought, okay, no big deal. So Grandpa takes me out there and I start up this hill and it's all rock and cliffs. And I was like, oh my God. I literally got sick to my stomach. I was so scared. At first, I was
Mhm.
scared that it was going to tip over backwards because we were going uphill, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So I
wow.
freaked out and I got part way up and I stopped. I made him finish driving because I thought I was going to throw up. I was sick. And so we
Mhm.
left. And then another day, he says, well, he was supportive. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Because I thought the brakes would go out the side by side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we went out there and we took somebody else with us because Warren knew me well enough to know that, I'm a tough person. I'm not going to show scared in front of somebody else.
Yeah.
So Rod went with us and we got out there and I said, oh God, I can't do this. I can't do this. They were both like, yes, you can. It doesn't matter if you go 1 mile per hour or, you can't go very fast anyway. So by God, I did it. I drove all the way to the top, which is a long ways. There's a bunch of switchback roads and stuff. And so I made it to the top and then they made me drive back down, which ended up being about 1 mile per hour, riding the brakes. I got it. It worked. It worked because once I did it, I realized it was a silly fear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was scared enough that it made me sick to my stomach.
Oh,
But
wow.
now then it didn't bother me no more. So yeah.
Awesome. Great.
But I can't think of other things that, because I really,
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else in my life that's really scared me. I mean, there's
Yeah.
stuff that's made me sad, but that's not the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's true. Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Man, that
Yeah.
reminds me. It shouldn't remind me. Do you remember when you were teaching me how to drive?
Yes. Say, watch the road, Mia.
Seriously, I remember when I was looking over at some cows, just watching them. For some reason, I was speeding up.
Speeding up and getting towards the edge of the road. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank
Did
you for
any of that
that.
help you really?
I think it did. It really did help
Either
me.
run or not.
No, it helps me. Thank you. Because yeah, when you're first,
Never ran into
yeah,
anything, so we did
no,
good.
true. Yeah, back then I hadn't ran into anything. Since then, it's I don't know.
Hmm.
Hmm. But yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Because when
You're
yeah,
welcome.
so you just need to drive when you're that young, get some kind of experience. And
Right?
I was really bad. So thanks for putting up with that.
Well, no, hey, that was a place to do it out on the gravel road where nobody's
Yeah.
around. So,
Mhm. It's great. Yeah. Alrighty. Mm, hmm. Sorry, I don't know how much to. We can get into some cheesy questions now. You ready for that?
yeah, I don't know if I have answers, but we can
Alright.
try.
Okay. What are some of the most important lessons you've learned in life?
Some of the most important lessons that you learned in life.
Yeah.
Well, oh gosh, I've learned some good ones, I'm sure. Grudges. Don't hold grudges for too many years.
A good amount of years.
It
Yeah.
does no good.
Mhm.
All it does is tear you up inside. So
Yeah.
if you got something, I mean, because in the end, it usually doesn't amount to nothing. I mean, you got to let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go, you know?
Yeah.
So
That's good.
that, and I guess just don't wait too long to tell people you love them.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
yep, life is short. Yeah. Yep.
That's a good one.
Oh gosh, I'm okay. Did you hear what he said?
No, what do you say?
In 1998, I fell in love with the love of my life. Yeah,
That's the
he's
last
talking about himself now.
Oh, geez.
But no, I guess that's one of them. One of the big ones was like, yeah, you just
Yeah.
can't hold on to a grudge for too many years because it does no good.
No, yeah. That's a good
Does
one.
really no good.
Yeah. Mhm. Now I gotta ask how you and Grandpa met.
How we met? That wasn't on the test question. We met in a bar, if you want to know the truth.
Oh, I don't know. Sure.
The Long Branch in Pierce, South Dakota.
Ah.
I got done playing volleyball and was there with my girlfriends, and he was there with his work buddies.
Nice.
And we danced, and I guess that
Good.
was it. He fell in love.
Mhm.
He just rolled his eyes.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
hard. Yeah, but that's where we met.
Yeah, that's a good story. All right. Okay. All right. You ready for another question?
Yep.
This one, I ran these questions by Mom before I asked
Oh,
them
did
to you.
you? She's probably being Snoopy. You're recording this, aren't you?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
No,
being
ask me
spied
whatever you
on.
want. Oh.
Yeah, she thought she knew what the answer to this one would be. So, what keeps you motivated every day?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I thought I had a really easy answer for that one.
Mhm.
I guess it's I maybe Grandpa's right. Maybe I'm stubborn.
Mhm.
I guess what keeps me motivated every day is just I just always I have the desire to just when something needs done, I will want to get it done.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm going to work or not to work. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just maybe it is stubbornness. I'm just like I feel like I guess the answer to it is I feel like the most I can get done in a day, whether I'm working or not,
Mhm.
even if I'm at home or whatever. In a way, sometimes I think I'm trying to make up for something I didn't do, maybe
Yeah.
through in my life. And
Yeah.
it may be a stupid answer, but I just feel like I just gotta get all this stuff done because I maybe didn't do something else in my life I should have done.
No, yeah, that makes
I
sense.
don't know if that makes sense or not.
I
It's
think
like,
so.
well, life's short. I'm gonna just do everything I can do, even if it's irrelevant. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what she thought my answer was gonna be, but I'm sure that wasn't it.
You wanna know what she
And
said right away?
Coffee.
Oh.
He does help.
That's a good answer too. That one also makes sense, but I read that one to her and she was just like, "Oh, her dogs."
Oh, well, yeah, that's just a given, though.
That was just of course.
I do. I mean, yeah, you do forever. I do because I like doing for
Yeah. Yeah.
people and dogs and
Yeah.
whatever. But still, I was really thinking hard on that. And it was
Yeah.
like sometimes Worm just accuses me of like, what do you think you have to get all this done for it right this minute? He thinks it's because I'm stubborn,
Mhm.
and maybe I am. Because when I want something done, I want it done now. So I'll do it myself, even if it's too hard for me to do. But I really got to thinking about that. And it's like, why? Why, Wendy? Maybe I think the more I do, then maybe it makes up for something in my life that I should have done and I didn't do. I don't know.
Mhm. No, that makes sense. Yeah. It's like a kind of drive.
Are you
I
beeping?
suppose. Am I beeping?
Yeah.
I'm not beeping.
Oh, okay. It must be my phone, but it's nothing important.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like Mhm.
I don't know. That was a tough one too. I was kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just a doer, I guess.
Yeah. Just, like, making up for the moments where, like, you might have been lacking in the past. I could see
Yeah,
that.
I
Yeah.
think that's what it is. Sometimes I think about that and I'm like, well, what difference does it make if my floor is clean 24/7? Well, it's not because of my dogs, but
Yeah.
and maybe it's because of the way we lived when we were younger too. We didn't
Right.
have much. We didn't.
Yeah.
And we lived without electricity and indoor toilets for a lot of years.
Yeah.
So now that I have something, it's like, well, I want to keep it the best I can. So maybe that's
Mhm.
part of it. I don't know.
Yeah. That all makes sense. It could probably be all of
I,
that. Yeah.
at work, I even get accused of like, oh my God, why don't you just slow down? Like, well, because this needs done, so I'm going to do it. You
Mhm.
know, so I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense. Cause I think maybe I'll ask mom the same question now. Cause I know she's sort of the same way. I know I've been the same way at work when I have. That's interesting, yeah.
Just go, go, go.
Go, go, go. Get it
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm,
Yeah.
alrighty.
I don't know. It's just like, I guess that's just the way I am. I see
Mhm.
something that needs done, whether it it matters or not.
Yeah.
It probably doesn't, but it's like, well, I can do that, so I'm going to do it. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, thank you for thinking about
Mhm.
that question.
Mhm.
That's good. Alright. So, what do you feel most grateful for in your life?
Most grateful for in my life, all
Mhm.
of you,
Oh.
all of you, my dogs, my family,
Yeah.
and just having just or even my kids, just having my daughter tell me about you guys, what you're doing in your life and stuff.
Oh.
'Cause I don't see everybody.
Yeah.
So I do. I just feel grateful for and just being able to get out of bed in the morning, I guess.
Yeah. Me
And
too.
go, go, go.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things in this world to be grateful for. I mean, we have a roof over our head and
Mhm.
yep. Just watching you guys grow up and gee,
Yeah.
gee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teaching us not to look at cows on the side of the road when
Right,
you're
right.
driving. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
But
man.
yep, just life in general because life is good. Yeah.
Yes.
It's what you make of it.
Yeah.
But we all have choices and don't always make the right ones. But by
Right.
God, if you correct the ones you made bad choices, then it'll all work out. So,
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
well, I don't know if I'm right, but I'm stubborn.
Yeah, you're on to something. You're on to something. Alright. Yeah. I think that was that's the last question that I had written down for you. So,
Ooh,
if you have anything else to share, you are free to share it, but
just trying to think. I don't know.
yeah.
There's just so many things in life. It's
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
just just grateful for my family, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a good family.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, I do. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome. Well,
so
I am glad to be part of your family, and I'm really grateful that you helped me out with this assignment.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of weird sitting here talking to you about this stuff when I was there when you was born.
Yeah. Well, it is really weird
It's like, oh my
because
God, that was
yeah.
just yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it's weird for me because it's like, I love you so much, and I feel like I know you, but, like, I was talking to mom, and I realized that I don't actually know that much, like, about you. I didn't know that you had, like, 9 siblings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, there's probably a lot of things you don't know
Yeah.
still. I mean, that's just the way life is. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't know everything about all my grandparents were pretty much gone when I never met my dad's
Mhm.
parents, and I can remember mom's parents, but geez, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago. A lot happens in life, so yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
just enjoy it. That's for sure.
Yes. Biggest
It goes
lesson.
fast.
Thank you. Good
It
lesson.
goes
That's
fast.
great. It goes fast. Yeah.
Ask your mom.
Oh, yeah. She's in a whole lot of business right now with the wedding and everything. I'll see you soon,
Oh, yeah.
huh? Yeah, that's gonna
That's
be
coming
fun.
up fast.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
So
boy. Mhm.
it'll be a good time.
Yes, it'll be good. I'm excited to see you, excited to see everyone.
Yeah, I think Grandpa has to stay home though because of our dogs. They're
Oh, yeah.
worse than kids. Yeah.
True. Oh, man.
Oh well.
Oh, well.
Somebody's got to watch them.
He's the babysitter. That's good. Yeah. Alrighty.
Hopefully
Yeah.
I pass the test. I
No.
don't know. Be interesting to see what you have to do if you have to try to make sense of it and write it in a story or something. It's like,
Mhm.
well,
I'm pretty
if
good
you
at
have more
yeah.
questions to fill in the gaps to make it make sense, just let me know.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I might have to. I will let you know if I need that, but this has been more than I could have hoped for. This is awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay, love you
Alrighty.
guys, and we'll be yakking at you,
Okay.
okay?
Yep, love ya.
Okay,
Okay.
take care, Mia.
You
Okay,
take care
bye.
too. Bye. Yay!